Despite their promises, the wealthiest 1% in Canada are paying $1 billion less in taxes. Despite their promises, the middle class, 87% of them, are paying higher taxes. Despite their promises, that millionaire, the Prime Minister, continues to get child care benefits in the form of taxpayer-funded nanny services. And their wealthiest friends continue to stash away their money in tax havens that this government has done nothing to address. When will they admit that this is a government by the rich, of the rich, and for the rich?
Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, once again, in their pursuit of endless partisanship, the Conservatives follow think tanks that do not include the whole picture. The stats they're quoting now don't actually include the Canada Child Benefit, and I can understand why, because they campaigned against our Canada Child Benefit, which gave more money to 9 out of 10 Canadian families and lifted hundreds of thousands of kids out of poverty, because they wanted to continue with their benefits that send child benefit checks to millionaire families. I don't think that's fair. Canadians didn't think that's fair, and that's why we're delivering on what we committed to Canadians to do.
Honourable member for Carleton.
They do continue to deliver child care benefits to that millionaire in the form of taxpayer-funded nannies. But beyond that, he criticizes the source I use for statistics. He says it's a think tank. Actually, it's his own finance department, which says that the wealthiest 1% is paying $1 billion less under this government. No new taxes for his trust fund, no new taxes for Morneau Chappelle, no new taxes for his fundraising chair, just more taxes for the working people who pay the bills in this country. Why?
Right, Honourable Prime Minister.
See, one can't help but feel bad for the Conservatives. They're resorting to flailing around with personal attacks because we have created over 441,000 new jobs over these past 12 months. That's an 18-year record for the Canadian government, Mr. Speaker. We are delivering the fastest growth rate in the G7. We are delivering on low unemployment and benefits to Canadians that are making a real and tangible difference in their lives. All they have left is groundless personal attacks.
Well, member for Carleton.
Facts from his own finance department, and he considers it a terrible personal attack against him. Maybe he should take that up with the finance department. But when government gets big, we know who pays more. It's the working class. It wasn't Morneau Chappelle that paid higher taxes. It hasn't been his fundraising chair. It hasn't been him. In fact, we know that the wealthiest 1% pays $1 billion less. Yes, that is a record to cry about, Mr. Speaker. But the reality is that when government gets bigger, the working class pays more. When are they going to put an end to that injustice?
Right, Honourable Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, once again, the first thing we did was lower taxes for the middle class and raise them on the wealthiest 1%. And this summer, when we said we were going to be lowering taxes for small businesses and making sure that wealthy Canadians are no longer encouraged to use Canadian-controlled private corporations to pay lower tax rates than middle-class Canadians, these Conservatives went on the warpath, scared everyone across the country, and are now sheepish that we are lowering taxes on small businesses as of January 1st, and they can do nothing but give personal attacks.